injured protecting others. Yoni Finlay was struck by a police bullet while barricading the doors of the Heaton Park Synagogue during last week's terror attack. His ex-wife and the mother of his children says he now feels so unsafe he wants to leave.
Yoni's expressed to me that he definitely no longer feels safe in this country and is beginning to question his future here. When I went to see him in the hospital, I spoke to him about some of the antisemitism we'd faced personally. We've been shouted at in our own home. My kids have been shouted at. My son, who's 16, his biggest fear is anybody finding out he's Jewish.
On the day of the attack, Yoni spent 7 hours in surgery. Naomi says he's in severe pain, but is now stable and recovering. He was hit as police shot and killed the attacker, Jihad al Shamie, outside the synagogue doors. Yoni's family were just a few doors away when the attack began.
The second I heard something, I knew. I knew what it was.
When did you find out that Yoni was involved?
We found out from a family member who was in the synagogue. They came to tell us that he'd been injured and taken straight to hospital. It was really difficult for the kids. I feel like the beginning of the day before that, where we're just on the streets, just asking anyone, have you seen him, have you seen him, have you seen him, was definitely the hardest part.
Free, free!
2 years to the day from the October 7th terror attack in Israel, pro-Palestine marches are being organised across the country, including in Manchester. Naomi feels the demonstrations are disrespectful to victims of the synagogue attack.
Even today, there's protests going on one of the saddest days for Jewish people worldwide. And I feel like we can't even get a break on that one day to actually grieve and process our feelings. And it's actually really hurtful.
Although she's praised the police response since the attack, Naomi worries for her and Yoni's children what will happen when the attention dies down.
We worry that in a few weeks, when all this simmers down, are we still going to feel reassured? Are we still going to be protected? You know, who's going to look after our kids when they're in school? Who's going to look after us when we go pray in the synagogue? You know, who's going to protect us?
Katie Barnfield, Sky News in Manchester.